Welcome to Pure Aqua for the most advanced reverse osmosis, water treatment, and purification systems worldwide.
We're at the world headquarters of Pure Aqua Inc. Production completed the fabrication of 2 identical brackish water reverse osmosis systems with a capacity of around 3,000 gallons per day, going to the country of Guyana. The application for these RO systems is for a power plant application, in particular an engine cooling application. So just to kind of run through the process of what's exactly supplied or within our scope for this project, the assumption is there'll be raw water storage tanks on the outside of the container along with a product storage tank. So starting from the feed side, we have one common connection plate where all the inlets and outlets are just seamlessly integrated for ease of integration on site. We have our feed and backwash pump, which would pressurize the feed water to about 40 to 50 psi, and it's going to run it through 3 different filters. And before running the water through the filters, we inject with chlorine to disinfect the water and oxidize any light metals. So the multimedia filter will reduce the turbidity and bring down the suspended solids. After that, we pass the water through the green sand filter to oxidize any manganese and iron. After the green sand filter, we expect a residual chlorine of about half a ppm, which will be neutralized or completely removed by the activated carbon filter. Right after the carbon filter, we inject the water with an antiscalant dosing to prevent any precipitation or minimize fouling on the membrane surface. And from there, of course, that's where the RO side begins. So after the injection of the antiscalant chemical, of course, we have our inlet solenoid valve that isolates the RO from the pre-treatment side of the process. The final stage of pre-treatment before the membranes will be a 5 micron cartridge filter just for final polishing, just to protect the high pressure pump and the membranes from any sediment that did not get removed or trapped from the multimedia filter, because the multimedia filter will trap solids down to about 20 to 25 micron. Now, so after the water passes through a 5 micron filter, of course, we have all localized instrumentation here on a panel sheet with a feed pump pressure gauge, pre and post filter gauges, a raw water sample valve, along with permeate, reject, and recirculation flow meters. I mean, the ease of just operation can be seen here, of course, because everything is just locally or panelly mounted. And this just allows the operator just to kind of jump to one spot and monitor the system rather than walking around and ensuring that parameters are within the design specs. On the RO side, we're utilizing Hydranautics high rejection SPA2 LD4040 membranes, which do an excellent job at removing or reducing any dissolved solids in the water. In addition, we're utilizing Pure Aqua's standard microprocessor control panel, which can be customized with many set points that will allow the customer to, of course, integrate this very seamlessly into their larger scope. So just to kind of quickly go through Pure Aqua's standard containerization package, and this is what really sets our containers apart. Everything you see here is just standard. We equip the containers with energy efficient LED lighting, and these are extremely energy efficient and bright and are securely mounted to the ceiling in the container. We use aluminum diamond flooring, which is for various purposes. Most importantly, it's slip resistant and can easily be cleaned, and is also corrosion resistant. As this, of course, this is the water treatment plant, so things can get a little messy in here. Now, in addition, we use an R13 insulation panel on all sides of the container. This is close to about 2 inches in thickness, which can be almost used really in any application around the world. And finally, of course, we have a climate control system, which is for both cooling and heating, so it can be installed again in many different applications. It can be operated year-round. And finally, of course, we've routed all plumbing between systems and the local connection plate, and all power has been distributed through a power distribution panel, which makes this really easy for integration on site. The customer is going to make a few connections on the exterior, and basically one power connection as well to run the plant. And our engineers will fly in, get this unit online, or even both systems online in about less than 8 hours, because our thorough factory testing and meticulous installation. Thank you.
Thank you for choosing Pure Aqua as your primary supplier.